At the 2023 EAGE Annual Conference and Exhibition, geoscience and engineering professionals meet in Vienna, Austria, to discuss the latest challenges and innovations in the sector. With the theme of securing a sustainable future together, the conference focuses on key issues of energy security and independence and a sustainable energy transition. And EAGE TV is right here to show you some of the highlights of the conference. Welcome back to the Messe Wien and episode 2 of EAGE TV 2023. Well, as attendees are busy following technical sessions and workshops, we're bringing you some of the highlights. Today, we hear from the Vice-President on his plans for the year ahead, take a look at Denmark's push towards net zero, and speak to this year's Laurie Dake Challenge winners. We'll also drop in on one of the many workshops offered at this year's conference. Plus, we hear more from you, the attendees. As you can see, we have a really exciting program coming up, so do stay tuned to EAGE TV for our first interview. Joining us now in the EAGE TV studio is Edward Viada, Vice President of the EAGE. Edward, thanks so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be in lovely Vienna at this great venue, and yeah, it's a pleasure.
So how is the conference going then so far, and what have been your highlights, or what are your upcoming highlights?
Oh, plenty of highlights. The biggest one so far was the opening ceremony yesterday. It was a great ambiance and a full room. Attendance is high, and you could taste the energies. And after that, just at the icebreaker and meeting up with old friends and new acquaintances was a great thing to do.
So the theme this year is securing a sustainable future together. How does that tie in and relate to the work of the EAGE?
Just to focus on the together part, I think where that ties in is that moving forwards we will see an increase in the transfer of knowledge in many different ways. We will be transferring knowledge from one domain, from the classical oil and gas industry towards the sustainable energy circle and domain. There's a lot of transferable skills there, but also we have to acknowledge that there's still a big crew change going on. So we want to transfer all the knowledge and wisdom from the old guard towards the new generation of geoscientists and engineers who's going to help us with the energy transition in the future. And then finally, there's a transition of a digital transformation, a transition of data. We're sitting on a heap of data, and we really want to within the EAGE and within this conference, we want to start facilitating the transfer and the liberation of the data to use it for the good, for the energy transition.
So your tenure as president starts very soon. What's your priority for the year?
Many spear points in my quiver, but the one I'm going to focus on most is a continuation actually of what we have been doing in the last year. We've seen the launch of the new sustainable energy circle earlier this year, and we want to build onto that by growing that circle. We planted the seed, now we have to take the next step, and the logical next step would be to grow organically the communities underneath the sustainable energy circle from bottom upwards. So it's going to be building the geothermal domain or community, CCS, etc. All the interesting topics that you can see behind us in the technical sessions. So that will be my main priority to make that less abstract and to create content to go with this new structure that we've created for ourselves moving forwards.
And as we move forwards, how do you see the future looking for the EAGE and for its members?
Looking forwards a little bit further into the future, I emphasize that the EAGE and its members play a more pivotal role in communicating, engaging and also advising the wider non-technical public, and that can range from decision makers to regulators to communities, but also investors in new energy technologies and solutions. So we are very comfortable talking inwards towards each other technicians and engineers and geoscientists. But I think especially the Sustainable Energy Circle, they need to talk to explain what they're doing as we are operating closer to the communities. So I think we have to be better at that. That's what the future, I think, holds.
Well, Edward, thank you so much for dropping by. It's been a great pleasure to talk with you, and we wish you every success for your year ahead.
Thank you so much. Pleasure was all mine. Thank you, Sam.
A key feature of the EAGE annual conference and exhibition is the workshops. And these allow participants to get an in-depth perspective on a specific topic through interactive sessions. Well, we've been along to one to find out more.
What is going on today is a workshop about seismic interferometry, about new applications and new developments. It really gathers people from the industry and from academia to show different applications at different scales, and that makes it really interesting because it shows what is there, how it can be used, for what purposes. Some things are older than others but are not used, and now we show a new life about them, and that makes it very interesting. What people can expect from this is really new knowledge to take about using what is already there, but for different targets, for different scales, applied to data. After each presentation, we have a lot of questions by the people that are taking part in the workshop.
It was very interesting to see the applications in different areas, from near surface to more regional seismology, and it was very useful, I guess, to see the content and the different ways of applications of the methods. The workshop is valuable because you are meeting with people who are working on this topic, particularly focusing on it, and you see this in just one day. And it is also giving us an opportunity to collaborate with people who are working on this topic and meet with new people and networking on that.
Innovation plays a vital role in geoscience, and organisations around the world are addressing some of today's biggest issues to drive the industry forward. Let's take a look at one of those organisations now, the Danish Offshore Technology Centre.
DTU Offshore is a Danish national R&D centre for offshore technologies. With the decision of the Danish government in 2020 to stop oil and gas production, we started looking at decommissioning the infrastructure, and we believe that the infrastructure can be reused for technologies such as CO2 storage.
We have combined the classical petroleum engineering experiment of core flooding with advanced analytical chemistry within the same lab.
We have these facilities and we create both fundamental understanding and engineering solutions.
We set up a dedicated department to take care of the maturation, also of the cooperation with the industry. We are here to help solve your problems together.
Technology and innovation are essential for the energy transition. Get in touch with us to hear more and get involved in our journey.
Now let's catch up with the winners of this year's Laurie Dake Challenge. The challenge, which is for students, aims to promote cross-disciplinary geoscience and engineering integration within universities. Let's find out more.
So the project name is Laurie Dake Challenge. So here we are doing a proposal for field development in geothermal field. So here we are using the well data from the petroleum and we combine that into a geothermal field development in Vienna Basin.
It's really a great achievement and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And I think it's really a rewarding experience. We exchange ideas and we learn a lot from each other.
I'm really proud of it. I'm so glad and grateful for this because it's incredible memory in my life. So I came to Vienna and win the competition. That's so great.
I definitely recommend this project. It is a challenging one. However, with determination and passion, it's certainly something that you'd learn a lot from and improve on your skills in geothermal energy and exploration.
Visiting the EAGE conference has been really life-challenging because I get to see the advancement of the industry that we are going to be in, and it also makes me really motivated to also contribute in an investment in the future.
We're EAGE TV, your daily news show featuring discussions and interviews on the hot topics in geoscience from this year's EAGE conference and exhibition. You can catch us around the Messeveen Exhibition Centre, on the EAGE website, on social media, and of course also on YouTube. We'll have new content every day, so make sure to keep watching. Now it's time to hear from you, the delegates. Of course, this year's theme for the conference is securing a sustainable future together. So we've been out meeting you to find out what that means to you and why it's important.
As a person coming from a developing country, I came here to get the insights of how is the world going into the energy transition.
It's an open roadmap, and it's up to us to figure it out, how to get there, and hopefully provide guidance to the decision makers of how to get there in a good way.
It's very important because we are facing a crisis, right? And this is what everybody's saying, and the facts are visible everywhere in terms of climate change.
I'm in the tunneling business, doing also geophysics, and also in our business sustainability, meaning that we build our future in a way that my children and my grandchildren can live in a good manner. It's quite important for us.
We can make collaborations between universities and industry from different continents and different countries to keep our planet safe and effective, energetically effective.
Well, the only way to obtain a sustainable future is to have the science that backs up how to achieve that. And the EAGE is a great way for all of us to understand that future.
Well, that brings us to the end of our second day from the 2023 EAGE Annual Conference and Exhibition. Do join us again tomorrow when we'll have more on the latest insights and developments from the world of geoscience and engineering from Vienna. Until then, though, you can keep watching around the Messeveen and online. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and follow EAGE TV on social media. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.